Introduction. The courage to walk alone, asterisk, there comes a moment in life when the noise of the world fades just enough for you to hear the one voice that truly matters, your own. Walking alone isn't just a physical act. It's a spiritual stance. It means stepping away from the crowd, refusing to conform for comfort, and saying no to paths that feel safe but not true, in a world designed to reward obedience and sameness. The one who walks alone becomes a quiet rebellion. You may not realize it yet, but every time you choose authenticity over approval, silence over validation, solitude over compromise, you're not just making a personal choice. You're challenging a system that profits from your fear, your doubt, and your need to belong. This is your quiet revolution. And if you've ever wondered why walking alone feels both painful and powerful, because you're building a life that actually belongs to you. Asterisk. Part 1. Why walking alone feels so difficult, asterisk. Before we go deeper, let's acknowledge something uncomfortable. Choosing to walk alone hurts. You will feel misunderstood. You will be called arrogant, distant, even selfish. You'll see friends drift away. Opportunities will slip by because you refuse to play by rules that suffocate your soul. But why is it so hard? Because society has trained us to depend on collective validation. From childhood, we are taught to stay in line, follow the crowd, raise our hand before speaking, ask for permission before dreaming. The system rewards those who blend in, not those who question. And so, when you walk alone, you don't just face the outer world, you confront the inner wiring that whispers, "It's safer to stay silent." This isn't weakness, it's programming. Understanding this helps us stop blaming ourselves for the discomfort. It also frees us to rewrite that script consciously and courageously. Asterisk. Part 2. The system wants you to need it. Asterisk. The real reason walking alone is a threat is because the system needs you to believe you can't survive without it. Think about it. Consumer culture needs you to feel incomplete, so you'll keep buying solutions. Work culture needs you to chase titles and prestige, so you'll keep producing. Social culture needs you to fear loneliness, so you'll keep performing. Everything is designed to make you depend on something else to feel worthy. So when you decide to step back, to take time alone, to reflect, to disconnect from what everyone else is doing, you're doing more than isolating. You're reclaiming your power. You're no longer feeding the machine with your anxiety, your comparisons, or your blind compliance. And that's revolutionary. Part 3. What you discover in solitude. Solitude isn't empty. It's full of truth. When you stop filling the silence with noise, you begin to hear what really matters. You see your values, not just your habits. You notice which dreams are truly yours and which were inherited. In solitude, 3 powerful truths often emerge. Not everyone who walks with you is meant for your destination. Some people were only part of your life to teach you something. Then leave. You are stronger than the stories you've been told. Every time you survive a lonely season, you rewrite the narrative of your limitations. Your worth is not a negotiation. Doesn't rise or fall based on how many people applaud you. It just is. Solitude teaches you that alignment is more valuable than attention, and that peace is more precious than popularity. Asterisk. Part 4. Real-world examples of those who walked alone. Asterisk. Let's take a look at a few real people who dared to walk alone and changed everything. Rosa Parks, who refused to give up her seat. One woman, one act. A system shaken. Steve Jobs, fired from his own company, only to return and redefine technology by trusting his vision. Maya Angelou, who lived a life of silence for years, then rose to speak with more power than anyone could have imagined. Elon Musk, who was mocked for launching rockets, dismissed for thinking about Mars, yet he kept walking alone and built an empire. These are not just icons. They're examples of what happens when one person refuses to conform and instead listens to a deeper voice. Asterisk. Part 5. The psychological strength of walking. Alone * science backs this up. Psychologists have found that individuals who are comfortable with solitude often exhibit greater emotional intelligence, higher self-awareness, better decision-making, more resilience under pressure. Why? Because solitude forces you to self-regulate. You become your own coach, your own validator, your own sanctuary. You stop outsourcing your identity. And when you no longer need the crowd to feel complete, you become immune to its manipulation. Part 6. You're not alone in your aloneness. Here's the paradox. Walking alone often connects you more deeply to others. How? Because the moment you show up as your true self, no masks, no apologies, you give others permission to do the same. Authenticity is magnetic. It attracts not the many, but the meaningful. You might lose the crowd, but you'll find your tribe. These are the people who don't need you to perform, who understand your silences, who respect your boundaries, who walk beside you not because they have to, but because they want to. They may be few, but they are real, and real is rare. Part 7. How to walk alone without losing yourself. Let's get practical. How can you walk alone in a world that pushes conformity and still thrive? Here are 7 steps you can take from the comfort of your own home. Create a solitude ritual. Start your day with 10 minutes of silence. No phone, no input. Just breathing, journaling, or walking in nature. This centers your identity in stillness, not stimulus. Unfollow to reconnect. Audit your digital world. Unfollow accounts that fuel comparison or anxiety. Replace them with voices that uplift and challenge you to grow. Set weekly no goals every week. Practice saying no at least twice to things that drain you or misalign with your values. Saying no to others is often a yes to yourself. Build your why wall. Create a space, digital or physical, where you collect reminders of your purpose quotes, photos, letters, goals. It's your anchor when doubt creeps in. Talk to your future self. Write a letter to the version of you 5 years from now. What did they thank you for? What risks did they say were worth it? Revisit it often. Learn the language of boundaries. Practice phrases like, "That doesn't align with my priorities." "I appreciate the invite, but I need space this weekend." Boundaries are how you protect your energy. Celebrate small acts of integrity. Did you speak your truth today? Did you rest when needed? Did you resist a people-pleasing urge? Honor those choices. They're your revolution in action. Part 8. Walking alone is not a life sentence, it's a life strategy. Many fear that walking alone means a lifetime of isolation. But here's the truth. Walking alone is not about being alone forever. It's about having the strength to stand alone until what's right for you arrives. Whether that's relationships, opportunities, or clarity only finds you when you're not lost in the noise. So don't see solitude as a curse. See it as a strategy, a time of pruning, of refining, of reconnecting with who you are without the world's opinion. Because when the right people, right dreams, and right doors finally show up, you'll be ready. And more importantly, you won't settle for anything less. Conclusion: you are the system's quiet disruption. Let them label you strange. Let them say you're too intense, too different, too quiet. Because one day the same people who misunderstood your silence will come back for your wisdom. When you walk alone, you're not just choosing a harder path, you're exposing how shallow the easy path truly is. And in doing so, you light the way for those who haven't yet found the courage. So keep going. Keep choosing alignment over acceptance. Keep building a life that feels right, not one that just looks right. Because every quiet step you take alone is a message to the world. I know who I am, and I will not betray that for anyone. Final message from Awaken Mindset. This message resonated with you? Know that you're not walking alone in spirit. At Awaken Mindset, we create content that speaks to your inner strength, your silent growth, and the powerful transformation that happens when you stop seeking applause and start building truth. subscribe, share, or simply stay connected. Every step forward, no matter how quiet, is still a revolution. Thank you for walking this path with us.